Today I'll be reviewing Detective Pikachu, even though I'm the only detective here. So don't get off that toilet just yet. Hello everyone and welcome to Movies in a Nutshell, where we talk about movies in a quick way so you can get on with your day. I am your incredible host, Detective Artemis, and before we go on, hit that thumbs up button, because I know it, you know it, that water bottle behind Sam's foot knows it. You really want to like this, please? Today our movie will be Detective Pikachu. In this video I will be talking about spoilers, so if you haven't seen Detective Pikachu yet, hit that watch later button on this video, go on and watch the movie, and then come back in and join in the discussion. Go! Or if you don't care about spoilers, sit back and let's talk. Directed by the guy who did Monsters vs. Aliens and Shark Tale, and written by like 10 people, and based off the 2016 game of the same name. Damn, rhyme game on point, got an ache in my joint. Our story here is about a lonely guy named Tim who has to solve the case of his missing dad and unravel the conspiracy of a shady company. Pretty easy to follow. The opening scene sets up our main mystery with Mewtwo escaping a lab and seemingly destroying a car with Tim's dad Harry in it. But like every good mystery movie, there's more to that than meets the eye. We learn that Tim wanted to be a Pokemon trainer but quit when his mom died and his dad wasn't around because he had to work all the time. He was too busy winning detective awards. I can relate to that. This makes Tim pretty sympathetic and makes us want to root for him because you gotta give your hero parental issues. The easiest way to relate to an audience. I was totally fine with this because my dad is always working too, so I understand. Tim travels to his dad's apartment in Rhyme City because at this point, he thinks his dad is dead. So he's like, I gotta pack his stuff. Here is where I nerded out the most, naming every Pokemon I recognized like a goddamn dork. But you know what? It was cool, it was fun, I loved it. It also made the movie feel bigger and added some depth to it, expanding the world within. It also made me realize that this is the first legit live-action Pokemon movie, and suddenly, I was 12 years old all over again. Nostalgia, another way to connect to your audience. Tim comes across his dad's Pokemon partner, Pikachu, who is voiced by Ryan Reynolds. I wish it was Danny DeVito, but apparently the crew wasn't with that. I can understand why later on, but somewhere out there exists sample footage of Danny DeVito as Pikachu, and I need that. Pikachu tells Tim that he has amnesia from the accident with Harry. Though if he has amnesia, how does he know if he can't remember that? How can Tim and Pikachu understand each other, you ask? Well, Tim sniffed some purple stuff in a vial, so now him and Pikachu are able to communicate with each other. It also makes nearby Pokemon very aggressive. The stuff is also called R. For Team Rocket? Nope, they're not in the movie. However, what is canon is Pokemon Red and Blue, because they said Mewtwo escaped a lab 20 years ago from Kanto, and Kanto is where those games take place. That is awesome, and they just made this movie even bigger by adding the existing lore into it. So does that mean Ash actually exists? And if so, he needs to show up and become a bad guy, because I think that'd be really cool. There were a lot of funny Pokemon scenes in this movie, like you see the Machamps acting like traffic controllers and fucking Snorlax blocking the way, ha 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 reference. And there's even like underground Pokemon battling, because in Rhyme City, battling Pokemon is illegal. They want a harmonious life with Pokemon. Each person gets one Pokemon partner. That's cool. I know who I would choose. Goddamn Gengar. He looks like a really fun guy. Or Zapdos. I can fly and always have my phone charged. They also confirmed that Dialga, Palkia, and Arceus exist. Oh, and Mew, obviously, because there's Mewtwo. So that's awesome. I wonder how many other legendary Pokemon exist. Celebi? Rayquaza? Although I think there's a little Rayquaza doll in his room in one of the scenes. Awesome. We eventually learned from a couple misdirections that Mewtwo isn't actually the bad guy, but Rhyme City's own hero and company owner, Howard Clifford. Should have never trusted Victor from Underworld. He wanted to engineer the Pokemon evolution into people because he thinks humans are weak, and they kind of are, especially with social media. I knew he was gonna be the villain when they said he had a degenerative disease. See? Real detective here. We find out that he was responsible for Harry's accident. He hired Harry so he could find Mewtwo and bring him to the lab so they could experiment. But once he found out what they were really doing, him and Pikachu helped Mewtwo escape. And Mewtwo actually saved Harry when he put his consciousness into his Pikachu partner's body, because his Pikachu was willing to sacrifice himself to save his partner. And that's our theme of the movie. Companionship. Partners. All that stuff. And the only reason why Mewtwo did this is because he thought all humans were bad, until he met Harry Goodman. Get it? Goodman? He was all like, I guess maybe all our humans aren't that bad, so I'm gonna let you live. It sounds like a lot, but each of those things were revealed one at a time, because every good mystery movie needs some twists and turns. After the bad guy goes down and the dust settles, Mewtwo separates Harry's consciousness from Pikachu's body, so that Tim is finally reunited with his dad, who is also played by Ryan Reynolds, which makes sense why he was also voiced by him. Tim decides to stay with his dad to become a detective just like him, and that's it. Oh, and there was also Lucy, who didn't really do anything. In fact, her side duck did more work. Now it's time to rate the movie, so let's take a look at the rate system, starting with the best from the left. We have Awesome must watch, damn fine movie, good dumb fun, watch when you're bored, and avoid at all costs. To me, this was a great way to introduce Pokemon into a live action movie without really going into all the details and whatnot. I also love the noir vibe mixed with Pokemon. It was almost like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I got to see my favorite Pokemon including Gengar and Ditto, who was kind of a badass. It also explored how strong a bond can be between a human and their Pokemon. It made you really want to have one, and if you didn't, you're a damn liar. Finally, we have a good video game movie that everyone loves, even though I loved Mortal Kombat and Silent Hill. Overall, I enjoyed this movie and I cannot wait for part 2. So I hereby declare Detective Pikachu an awesome must-watch. So what do you guys rate the movie? Vote in the poll above my head. Also, what Pokemon do you want to see in part 2? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this amazing channel. I am Detective Artemis, and my problem is that I push people away and then hate them for leaving.